What's up, guys, and welcome to my conference championship picks. Today we have two games on tap for you that are very exciting, so let's go ahead and get started with the NFC. For the NFC Championship, we have the San Francisco 49ers going up in Atlanta against the Falcons at the Georgia Dome. Now, last game with the Falcons, we almost saw them give away a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter to the Seahawks, but off the foot of kicker Matt Bryant, they won the game by 2 points. Heading into this game with a sense of pride, and with Matt Ryan's first playoff win, so is Tony Gonzalez. And with that in mind, you think about the 49ers. They've been here before. They were here at this game last year, and I think they beat a better team as far as you look at experience. I mean, Packers, they've been in the playoffs the last few years every time, getting deep and even winning the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago. Now, with the Falcons, you think about them. They have a lot of aging players on their team. They have Roddy White. I mean, yes, he's still got some youth in him, and Tony Gonzalez, he's getting up there in age, but he's still dominant. With the 49ers, you have Colin Kaepernick, you have Michael Crabtree, you have an aging wide receiver Randy Moss, you have Frank Gore, you have so many players on that offense. And in defense, you have Patrick Willis, Carlos Rogers. You have just so many defensive backs and so many linemen, Justin Smith, Alden Smith. I mean, you have just so many people that are dominant on that defense. Now, I heard somebody talking about that Colin Kaepernick was like Steve Young 2.0, which I believe. I mean, he could run, he could throw. He is the total package. Now, what I think that San Francisco should do to get the upper hand on Atlanta is that they're going to focus on Colin Kaepernick. You have a healthy backup in Alex Smith, who led you to this game last year. Play him a little bit in the game and, switch it up a little bit. The Falcons won't be looking for it, and, it'd be really exciting to see, what Alex Smith can do. I think it was wrong how they took his job away, but that's not what we're talking about here. But with my pick in this game, I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers. I just believe they have a younger team that can, last much longer than the Falcons can. The Falcons almost gave it away yesterday. Their defense is just, it was bad. I mean, you got to give it up to the Seahawks. But I'm taking the 49ers to win this. Like I said, the young experience is going to overdominate the older, slower stamina, speed of the Falcons. So I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers to head to the Super Bowl for the NFC. In the AFC Championship game, we have the improbable, up-and-coming, overcoming, whatever you want to call it, Ravens going up against New England, the high-flying offense that we know it as. New England, yes, they have a high-flying offense with Shane Vereen. You have Stephen Ridley in the mix. You have Wes Welker in the mix. You don't have Gronk now anymore this year, so, I mean, they played with him injured last year. He didn't do much for them. They're lost in New York, so with him out, they have other people stepped up. They have, Woodhead back there, like I said, Stephen Ridley, Shane Vereen, Wes Welker. All those people need to step up. They have no problem stepping up in the past game or so I don't see an issue with that. With the Ravens, defense has been making big plays. Offense has been scoring points when they need to. With a dual-threat running game with Bernard Pierce and Ray Rice, that's one thing that is going to kind of trouble the Patriots' defense. They're not going to know who's in, who to guard, what they're, it's going to be difficult for the Patriots' defense to determine what situations to deal with. With the Ravens' defense, not going to just talk about Ray Rice, but he is their leadership factor. He is the one that makes them play harder, I believe. But you have so many people. You have Pollard, you have Suggs, you have Lewis, you have many people on that defense that think Kruger. You have just so many people on that defense that make that team come alive at certain points in the game. And when they played against Broncos, I don't think anybody gave them a chance. Just saying that Peyton Manning was too good, and that Von Miller and Elvis Dumerville were just too strong of defensive players, and you had Champ Bailey. But the Broncos, their defense stepped up, got an interception on Peyton Manning in overtime, and got the game winner. So People need to give the Ravens a chance. And I know I chose New England to go to the Super Bowl, but people change. And looking at the Ravens now, I'm picking the Ravens to win against New England in Foxborough, just for the simple fact that people don't give them a chance. And that's what I am. I'm an underdog person. And people are like, oh, well, but you got to look at New England played the Texans. The Texans don't have they have a running game, but they only have one decent receiver, and that's Andre Johnson. And then when they're covering Andre Johnson and nobody else steps up, you can't win football games. Now, when you have a team like the Baltimore Ravens, you have many wide receivers. You have Torrey Smith. You have Anquan Boldin. You could throw to Ray Rice out in the flat. You have, I'm sure Bernard Pierce is a good receiver. You have Dennis Pitta. There's just so many unlimited options that you have with that offense. So I'm taking the Ravens to head to the Super Bowl in what's going to look like a great matchup between the Ravens and the 49ers. All right, guys, those are my picks. So be sure to leave comments. Let me know how you think my picks are going to go. Tell me what makes you think that which team is going to win and who is your probabilities to go to the Super Bowl. I want to hear what you got to say. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at just_epic for updates during both of Sunday's games. So be sure to follow me, and I'll have tons more updates and look forward to more videos. And I'll see you guys for the Pro Bowl.